Thank you all for coming. This meeting of the Tyler ISD Board of Trustees is called to order. We do have the presence of a quorum. The meeting has been duly called, and the notice of the meeting has been posted in the time and manner required. It does not appear we have any public participation today, so we'll just move right in. We have two action items on today's agenda. One is to consider approval of asbestos abatement, Phase 1, at Hubbard Middle School.
Two exciting agenda items today for the board to consider. Appreciate y'all being here in this impromptu request for a special call meeting. This first one is actually part of the Hubbard project so that we can stay on timelines. This is the asbestos abatement of portions of the building. This is what we're calling Phase 1 of the asbestos abatement. Would any of you three like to comment on what we've got stored for this summer, planned for this summer?
Afternoon. Good afternoon, board. Phase 1 asbestos abatement at Hubbard is the main original building. What that allows us to do is at move-in of the new building, we can immediately start demolishing that. That main building is where our new football field goes. So there's considerable dirt work that goes on underneath that building. So by getting a head start and abating it this summer, it allows us to immediately move into demolition while we're abating the remaining campus. So that's the logic behind this.
Yeah, Mr. Loper and I have talked similar to those of y'all that remember when we had the Dixie and the Rice projects going on, where we were abating during the summer, and then we'd move everybody out, or the ones that were affected out, and then you'd walk back in and you'd be down to the concrete floors to finish out the school year before you came back in that next summer and then finish the rest of the school. I wish we could have abated those pistachio-colored walls that were in there when I first got here, but that's kind of what you're going to be seeing here. You'll still have concrete floors when you get back in.
Right. So the main part of the abatement is the floor tiles?
That's correct.
Pretty much?
That's correct.
So the incoming sixth graders, for their first little part of Hubbard, will be just concrete floors, and then they'll move into new digs. And
our custodians do a great job of cleaning that after the fact, and then we actually seal it.
Yeah.
So that it's real easy to dust mop and those sort of things. So it
Got a little shine to it.
has shine.
Heard it,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of the
We
style.
actually
these
did
days.
this same process at our two high school projects as well. So.
Okay. Any questions or comments from the board before I entertain a motion? Seems pretty cut and dried. I'll take a motion on that item.
Mr. Chair.
The asbestos abatement Phase 1 at Hubbard Middle School.
Thank you.
Second.
Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it, and the motion carries. The next one is to consider approval of a deducted change order to contract with WRL General Contractors for the 2017 bond additions and renovations at Tyler High.
Yes, sir. I've also got our facility staff here to talk about it. For one, let's first be proud of the facilities that we have. What an incredible opportunity we had starting back in 2017 when we passed that bond election, 83% for, 17 against, to rebuild both of our high schools. We've already done this with the Legacy Project. Of course, the renovations at Tyler High School with the phases that they had, along with some snowvid, COVID, geopolitical, every other, the world supply chain stuff caused us to be a little bit behind as far as getting this to y'all here. The great thing about both projects, both of them came in under budget. Both of them were timely. We got our kids inside the buildings when we said we were going to get them that's what matters. So this has been a lot of cleanup on the back end of this, trying to get punch lists completed, et cetera, et cetera. We're bringing to you today to actually put the bow on our high school renovations and rebuilds that we had from 2017.
Any questions or comments on that particular item? Okay, 6 years later, here we are. Do I have a motion on that item?
Motion to approve the change order contract with WRL.
Okay. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? The ayes have it, and the motion carries. Are we going to go into executive session? Any need for it?
I don't need it unless y'all do.
Okay to get back to work? Okay, well, then I'll go ahead and entertain a motion for adjournment.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, the ayes have it. Motion carries. This meeting is adjourned.